Hi, welcome back to Halloween House.
So we've got a spot here that kind of floods when it rains at the bottom of the porch. And we're going to go ahead and make some changes to the landscape so that the water can flow off and naturally soak into the ground.
We are going to be creating a rain garden. There are a lot of environmental benefits to a rain garden. Up to something like 70% of the pollution comes from storm water runoff. Once it goes into the rain garden, the water gets clean before it's leached back into our waterways. So the first step is to get a general idea of where you want your rain garden. It should ideally be 10 foot away from your house. And then just start digging. So we got as much done as we could yesterday. We were working in the hottest part of the day in full sun, and we just couldn't finish yesterday. We started at about 3 p.m. We worked till about 6. So I am going to knock that section out today. See where we're at after that. It did rain last night and today, and as you can see, there's no water pooling. So this little project is going to be a success. Okay, so we have finished removing the sod. That is going to be by far the most labor-intensive part of the job. There are, sure, easier ways to do it. Renting the proper machinery or asking a big man for help. But we didn't want to spend the money renting anything. And we just as soon just do it ourselves besides ask for help. So all that sod is gone. Now we can move on to the much easier aspects of this job.
Pond that's going to be going in. It's going to be going roughly in the center here, and we're going to have a fountain pouring water into it. So keep watching.
A water pond and a rain garden. It's going to be beautiful. So we are putting the final touches on her rain garden today. We did that all by ourselves. This is a real world do-it-yourself project.
Yes, 2 girls, 2 shovels, and a wheelbarrow.
Yep. So it's really warm out, so make sure you stay hydrated with a nice sparkly ice water and a sparkly Halloween cup. That you have to have that. You can't do this project without a pretty cup. Anyways, so did I say this is Majestic Ash?
I don't know.
Well, anyways, Majestic Ash, it's nice and sparkly. Towards the end of the video, we'll go over how much everything costs and all the features and everything like that. So we're gonna get to work. We couldn't get the tail bed all the way down because the rocks got in there. So
gotta do this first.
Might not be the most efficient way to do it, but we gotta get this part cleared so we can start getting this forward. Just want to show you we're actually doing this work, all of it.
So we almost had enough with 1 ton of rock, but we ended up having to go back out and getting another ½ ton to finish the project.
Which sounds like a whole lot, but It really isn't.
No, and the rock was so much easier to deal with than shoveling the dirt
Yeah.
and breaking through the sod. So
We still say removing the sod and the dirt is still the most labor-intensive part of this job.
yep.
This rock here took, what, maybe an hour and a half to move?
Yeah. Wasn't
And that's a
bad at all.
ton of rock. And it was easy. A bit tedious, but I'll put a 3 on labor. You know,
Yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 3.
Yep.
The sod and the dirt, that was a 10.
Oh my God.
That was a solid 10. But
Yes, that was a lot of hard work.
so we're gonna get back to work. No.
Hopefully not. Okay.
All right, we're done.
It's been a long month, but when you work full-time jobs, you usually want to do your project when you have extra time and not after work. So it was all done in stages, but again, this is done by 2 girls with shovels and a wheelbarrow
And a bucket.
and a bucket.
Yes. So did you want to talk about cost and everything like that?
I'd say altogether it was probably right around $500.
The most expensive, obviously, would be the rock. We did
Yeah.
have to buy a ton and a half. And that does seem like a lot, but it took us about 3 hours
To put the rock in.
to put the
Yeah.
rock in, which was nothing. It was really easy.
Yeah.
Um,
And
your
it's
feet are
just
going to end up
beautiful.
looking like this
If
you
you
know,
work
if you-
barefoot.
if you work barefoot, and then my hands are all pretty glittery.
Yes, the rock is very glittery. So
Yes.
the wheelbarrow is glittery and the shovel is glittery.
We got glitter everywhere.
It's awesome.
Yes, and this is a bit of a rain garden because the reason why we put this in was because it flooded right
Yeah,
here.
The bottom pad would flood every time it rains. So
Yes.
now it doesn't do that anymore.
So we chose native wetland grass. If you want to do something like this, just Google what's native to your area, what doesn't mind wet feet, and that's it. We're very proud of ourselves. We love it. It's really, really pretty. So stay spooky. Hit that subscribe button because we got a lot more home improvement projects coming up. Some on a smaller scale, some on maybe a little larger than this, but I don't know. This was easy. What do you say?
Yes, this was not bad.
Not bad at all. And of course, because it's Halloween house, we had to add our skeleton rubber ducky. So stay spooky, y'all.